So, students of class 7, the same lesson, the time machine. Today, we are going to read something about the time machine, time traveler, and the people. The medical man got up out of his chair and peered into the thing. It's beautifully made, he said. It took 2 years to make, retorted the time traveler. So, that medical man praised that machine. Then the time traveler told that it took 2 years. Then, when all of us had crowded around to take a close look at the machine, he said, presently I am going to press the lever and off the machine will go. It will vanish, pass into future time. Now he told that he was going to press that uh, lever and that will take the machine to future time and disappear. Have a good look at the thing. Look at the table too and satisfy yourselves there is no trickery. Then he asked the people to have a good look at that machine and look at the table also, and so that no trickery is made. There was a minute's pause. The psychologist seemed about to speak to me, but changed his mind. Then the time traveler put forth his finger towards the lever. Now he took his finger towards the lever. No, he said suddenly, lend me your hand. Then he did not press it. He took another. He wanted to take someone's hand. And turning to the psychologist, he took that individual's hand and his own and told him to put out his forefinger. Then he asked him to put out his forefinger so that it was the psychologist himself who sent forth the model time machine on its fantastic voice. So he wanted that psychologist to send it on its fantastic voice. We all saw the Leviathan. I'm absolutely certain there was no trickery. There was a breath of wind, and the jumped. Lamp flame jumped. One of the candles on the mantel was blown out. These things happened, and the little machine suddenly swung round it, and became indistinct. Was seen as a ghost for a second, as an eddy of a faintly glittering brass and ivory, and it was gone, vanished. Save for the lamp, the table was bare. Now, after some time, after that lever was pressed, uh, a, a little bit of wind could be observed there, and that put out that candle on the mantle, and finally it disappeared from there, except that lamp on the table and the other things. Then everyone was silent for a minute. Philby said, well, I'll be damned. Now, these are the reactions of different people that you are going to find now, but the rest of it we are going to find in the next slide. Let us move on to that. Nicholas recovered from his stupor and suddenly looked under the table. At that time, the traveler laughed cheerfully. Now, the psychologist was shocked, and when he recovered from his shock, he looked under the table, and the time traveler laughed cheerfully. Well, what did you think of my invention? He said, getting up. He went to the jar on the mantel, and with his back to us, began to fill his pipe. We started at each other. We stared at each other. Then he lit his pipe and began to ask what they thought about his invention. Then look here, said the medical man, are you in earnest about this? That sure about this? Do you seriously believe that the time machine has traveled into time? The time machine has traveled into time. Do you believe that? Certainly, said the time traveler. What is more, I have a big machine nearly finished. Is there? Now he told about another bigger version of that machine. He indicated the laboratory, and when that is put together, I mean to have a journey on my own account. Then when that big one is finished, made, then he will have a journey of the time himself. So you mean to say that that machine has traveled into future? Said Philby. Philby asked that the time traveler wanted to say that that machine had traveled into time, into the future or the past. I don't for certain know which. Now the time traveler doesn't know to which direction it had gone, to past or future. We sat and stared at the vacant table for a minute or so. Then the time traveler asks us what we thought of it all. Then the time traveler asks them what they thought about that machine. This presentation will come up with new things in the next. Till that time, bye, students. Thank you.